Good morning. Drop scones again, but this time I'm using powdered egg just to see what it's like. So it's 220 grams of self-raising flour, and you sieve that. That's actually 250 grams because my liquid was a bit thin the other day. Wow, it's always amazing the amount of wee lumps you get if you don't sieve the flour. You don't realise they're in there. Salt, a pinch of salt, that is, just a pinch of salt. Sugar, 50 grams. It says caster sugar, but that's just soft brown sugar, because I don't have any. Now 2 eggs, and that is powdered egg. So you don't have to add the liquid if you're putting it in a... You don't have to pre-mix it if you're just adding it to a recipe. You still have to add the water. And 280 mils of milk, but that's 250. And I'll mix that. I'll just get this flour. What a mess. My hand whisk, just give that a wee mix. Now that, as you can see, is a much thicker consistency, which is more what I'm looking for. I'm just going to scrape the sides of the bowl just in case I've missed any flour. I don't think I have. No, that's all well mixed in. So I'm going to let that rest for half an hour or so. What does it say on here? It doesn't say anything about resting, but I will let it rest. Even the batter's nice. So I'll see you back here in half an hour. Welcome back. I've been letting that rest for about half an hour, just over. And I've got my new, skillet griddle preheating, and I've set that, it goes from 1 to 5. I've got it set at number 3. I've just put a wee bit of oil on it, and I'm just going to spread that around. Now, it doesn't feel that hot actually, so it must take a while to heat up. But as you can see, that batter is much thicker now. It's like molasses in winter, or hardly. It might be too stiff actually. And I'm going to use, I think that's a 1/4 cup, is it? It's a 1/3 of a cup. Not that it matters. Right, let's have a wee look at this. I'm thinking a spoon might be a better idea. And I think that's too thick. because it's not spreading at all. So we live and learn. And I'll give that a mix with my trusty electric whisk. I'm thinking that might be a bit too hot as well. Right, let's give that a wee whisk. That's a bit better. Chase it around, yeah, and that is burnt a wee bit. So it should be able to pour, really, that's it. So I'll just pour a wee bit there. A wee bit there. Without having them joined together. And that is how to make a mess. Well, that is certainly puffed up. Let me get a plate. This apparently, because there's a drip tray here for any oil, so if you were doing sausages or bacon or burgers or whatever, it's at a 5-degree angle, which is very slight. But of course, liquids like pancake batter is flowing downhill. Well, that looks okay. It's a bit thick, like me. So that's on 3. But there's no many bubbles appearing at all. Let's see if I can separate that. Yeah, it's a bit too cool. I'll put it up to 4. See what it does. That looks okay. Maybe a bit paler than I would like. So now that that's coming up to heat on number 4, I think that maybe is a bit better for. Yeah, so that's not really dark enough. So they say the first one's always a disaster. That's very thick, isn't it? I suspect that's not cooked in the middle. Oh no, it is. Wow. Let's taste that. It's lovely and light and fluffy. Like a souffle pancake. That's cooked. That's really nice. Oh, that's expanding and contracting. That fell off itself there. So, try that again. Notice the left-handed pouring. So they are starting to bubble. I'm going to put some Biscoff spread on again. That is super tasty. And we'll see what it's like. A wee smear. That's divine. That doesn't seem to be. You know what I think? It's a poor connection. There's a light there which is hard to tell if it's on or off. And I think that had turned itself off. Yeah, and they're starting to bubble now. So that's no. Hear it clicking again. Where the metal's expanding or contracting. Does heat make metal expand? I think it does. Does heat make metal expand?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, yes, it also makes metal lose its magnetic capabilities.
I don't know if you heard that. Yes. It also makes it lose its magnetic capabilities. Oh, that's perfect. But it'll just have to do, oh yeah. So that had turned itself off. Now notice it's not an even heat. So it's hotter in the centre there. Maybe I have to leave it. Hear that? Oh dear. I don't think that's on. Let's see. Let's check the connection here. Yeah, I think that turned itself off. Well, this might be getting sent back. It's going to be temperamental like that. That's ridiculous. That's not cooked. Yeah, that's not. I'm going to do a wee water test to see. It is on. Yeah, so the thermostat is working, so it's back to orange, which tells me it's heating up. There's the metal expanding again. I can feel the heat of it. So it's either a dodgy unit or I don't know what. Yeah, see how that does it instantly. Yeah, and I can see steam coming through the pancakes. And there's pinged again. As if it, I don't know if that's contracting or expanding. Right, I'm going to let that heat up a bit or cool down or whatever. I'm going to wait till that light comes on again. We'll see what happens. When it cools down enough, the thermostat light should come on, in theory. See, that's not hot enough, I don't think. You can hear the metal expanding or contracting. So that's it went off. So we'll try that again. There are a few bubbles. So this is not as efficient as my induction hob and frying pan, skillet, call it what you want. But the thermostat's not working properly, I don't think, on this. Try the heat test. It's definitely cooling down quite a bit. That should just burn off straight away. So I've got that on 4. So in theory, when I turn it up to 5, the thermostat should kick in again, the orange light should come on, but it isn't. And that is just losing its heat. Yeah, so that's not hot enough. Turned it up to 5, which is supposed to be like super hot for searing steaks and things like that. There's it starting to bubble now because the heat's on. So I think I'm going to send this back to Amazon because it's not working very well at all. So, how many did I get there? I've had one already. 1, 2, 13, 14. Same as the other day. Let's have a wee bit of Biscoff on one. Beautiful. So, thanks for watching. I've got a feeling I'm going to send this back. It's not up to the job. So I'll see you next time, hopefully. Ta-ta for now.